That morning, I finalized the divorce. That afternoon, my ex-husband took his mistress to buy a Rolls-Royce. He shrugged and said, "It's only $1 million. If you like it, just buy it." Can you imagine starting your day by signing divorce papers, finally breaking free from a cheating husband, only to find him, hours later, at a luxury car dealership, telling his mistress, "It's only $1 million. If you like it, we'll take it"? You'd think that's the ultimate slap in the face, right? But what if I told you that in that exact moment, the salesman looked at him and said, "I'm sorry, sir, but all 3 of your credit cards have been declined." Oh, honey, that's where my story truly begins. The Los Angeles County Courthouse was unusually cold that morning. It wasn't the aggressive chill of overzealous air conditioning, but the profound coldness in the way people look at each other when they come here to sign a piece of paper that ends a life they built together. I sat with my back straight on a gray plastic chair, a cheap blue ballpoint pen in my hand, its tip resting lightly on the final page of the divorce agreement. The documents were stacked so neatly, as if everything could just be folded up, tucked into a drawer, and pretended it never existed. But I knew some scratches aren't on paper. They're carved into your heart. Across from me was Richard, the man I'd been married to for 5 years. He sat with his legs crossed, leaning back, one hand idly flicking a silver Zippo lighter, the other holding an unlit cigarette. His eyes on me weren't filled with hatred, nor with sorrow. It was the look of a man who believed, with every fiber of his being, that he was winning. The look of someone standing on high, watching a woman about to fall from the pedestal he called my wife. He smirked, his voice slow, but loud enough for the others waiting nearby to hear. "Once you sign that, Eleanor, you're no longer Mrs. Hayes. Don't think for a second that this divorce means you're free. There's no one to pay the mortgage, the utilities, no one to support you like a child. You're 30 years old. What are you even going to do? Run home to your mother's?" I didn't look up. I just flipped to the page that needed my signature, pulled the agreement toward me, and placed the pen exactly where my name was supposed to go. My hand didn't tremble. I had done all my trembling during the long, sleepless nights alone, listening for the sound of his car returning late, smelling the foreign perfume clinging to his collar, and hearing the lies that were so smooth you could only believe them or turn yourself into a paranoid wreck. I had chosen a third option: silence, observation, and documentation. Richard looked at me like I was a piece of outdated furniture. He let out a short, dry laugh. "Silent treatment, huh? Don't pretend to be strong. You've gotten used to living off me." I signed my name. The script was neat, clean, not a single stroke out of place. As I set the pen down, I felt a door slam shut inside my chest. Not the door to love, that had died long ago, but the door to my own silent endurance. I pushed the agreement across the table to Richard. The paper rustled. It was a small sound, but to me, it was the snap of a tether breaking. Richard grabbed a pen and signed his name with the swiftness of someone acknowledging a delivery. He tossed the pen on the table and stood up, adjusting the lapels of his tailored black suit. The kind of suit I used to iron perfectly every Monday morning so he could walk out of our home looking like a king. He glanced toward the door where a young woman was leaning against the wall, arms crossed. Her makeup was as flawless as a magazine cover. A tight-fitting slip dress and stiletto heels made her stand half a head taller than me. And the designer handbag she carried was one I had stared at through a shop window for a long time before deciding it was an unnecessary extravagance. She saw me looking and smiled, a smile as thin as a razor's edge. "Are you done, Richie? I have a car appointment, and this is wasting my time." Richard walked over and put his arm around her, his voice disgustingly affectionate. "What's the hurry? We just finished." He turned back to look at me, his eyes gleaming with malicious delight. "Eleanor, just so you know, I'm taking Amber to pick up her new car this afternoon. A Rolls-Royce. About $1 million, maybe a little more. I bet you'll never even touch a steering wheel like that in your entire life." I finally lifted my head and looked directly into his eyes.